Wellington, Ministry explains COVID deaths. Islanders not following safety measures. And municipal councils reminded to improve services.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Atera Lendua.
Good afternoon, Fiji. The Ministry of Health has explained why it has classified the death of 3 fully vaccinated people as non-COVID deaths. These individuals are the first for Fiji to be fully vaccinated, yet have succumbed to the virus. Permanent Secretary for Health, Dr. James Fong, says there is still a percentage of the population who fall in this category because their immune system is still not strong enough. From the beginning, it was clear the vaccine is not 100% foolproof despite the high protection rate. The Permanent Secretary says people with serious illnesses will still be at risk.
This group are people who have comorbidities. Comorbidities have ranged from ischemic heart disease, morbid obesity, severe unstable diabetes, to leukemia. Their level of immune response will not be good as those who do not have those comorbidities.
The acceptance of COVID-19 public health measures in maritime islands is a major challenge for visiting teams. Health Minister Dr. Efiremi Wangai-Nambete says they've had a few incidents in Malolo and Yasawa where villages are not complying with the directives. Provincial administrators and village heads have had to be called in to assist. Dr. Wangai-Nambete says health inspectors deployed to affected islands can issue notices if villages fail to comply with COVID regulations.
We really like the public to realize that they have an authority under law to issue the infringement notices that has been put out by the Public Health Amendment Act and under the legal notices that have been published there.
All municipal councils have been reminded to improve service delivery and enhance strategies to deliver the best possible service to its ratepayers. Local Government Minister Pramila Kumar says the councils need to maintain transparency to their ratepayers and development partners. Kumar says with good governance comes the integrity and reliability of financial reporting, which are cornerstones of transparency and accountability. She has reminded all municipal council chief executives to strictly follow proper processes and procedures in all aspects of the council's business, whether it is staff recruitment, call for tender and awards, or dealing with compliance issues. The Ministry of Environment has given warning letters to developers who are not complying with environment impact assessments. Presenting to the Standing Committee on Public Accounts, Director of Environment Sandeep Kaur Singh says in more serious cases they have cancelled some applications. Singh says proposed developments will be on hold if developers do not comply with relevant requirements of the EIAs. The EIA Code of Practice is currently under review to ensure that all EIAs are documented, implemented and monitored until projects are completed. The review will be completed in the next 2 months.
We have found that a number of consultants are not meeting the requirements of the Environment Management Act in terms of the processes that is required to be followed. Regulations does provide for the cancellation of the registration with the department.
Fire crews in California are desperately trying to contain a deadly blaze that has seen thousands evacuating. High winds are fueling the fire, which is bearing down on the city of South Lake Tahoe. And to our latest COVID-19 update for today, Fiji recorded 290 new COVID-19 infections for the period ending at 8 a.m. yesterday. 128 cases are from the west, 137 from the central, and 25 from the east. 8 people have died from COVID-19 from August 27th to the 1st of this month. Fiji has recorded 46,936 cases since April this year. There are now 17,124 active cases and 29,067 recoveries in total. The COVID-19 death toll now stands at 504. The vaccination campaign also continues around the country. In the latest update, 560,336 or 95.9% of the target population have received their first dose of the AstraZeneca vaccine. 275,072 or 47.6% of eligible Fijians are now fully vaccinated. The 5 most vaccinated areas include Ba, Rewa, Nandrongai, Naitasiri, all of which are 100% first jabbed. Next is Nandi. Up ahead, Beba unsure about future. And next job for Yosef Rakesa. Stay with us. Welcome back. The decision on whether Fiji 7's national men's coach, Gareth Baber, will stay on is yet to be determined. Baber is currently in Wales with his family and knows what is expected of him, with 2022 a crucial year for Sevens rugby in the country. The Welshman's contract will expire at the end of the year, and he has assured that he will make a decision before that. He says one of the factors he has had to consider is the current COVID situation.
I think for Fiji Rugby and the Sports Commission and the government as well, you know, that we need, and the people of Fiji, we need to have a quality coach in there. And if that is me, then great. But if it's not, and there is another avenue, then that needs to be investigated. And for me as well, I'm not sure, I've still got my contract until the end of this year.
Fiji 7's gold medalist Aseli Tuivuaka has signed for the Italian-based club Zibre for the 2021-2022 season. Fresh out of the Tokyo Olympics, the Namosi native says he is excited to join a club of Zibre Rugby's caliber. In a statement, Zibre Rugby Club President Michele Delai said they're happy to give the city and the fans an Olympic champion like Tuivuaka. Tuivuaka is expected in Parma in September and will make his international debut for Zibre at the United Rugby Championship and EPCR Challenge Cup. Team Fiji Paralympic coach Freddie Fatiaki is impressed with the performance of Fiji's 2 representatives at the Paralympics Games. Inosi Matea finished at 10th place, throwing a season's best of 42.55 meters in his Paralympic debut, while Yosef Rakesa couldn't compete in the shot put on Monday. He remains focused on his next event, Javelin F41 rather.
First time, I would say they are doing with the current distance that they have and the environment they're in. So we do look forward for them coming back into Paris in the next 3 years' time.
One of the most successful Paralympians, Sophie Pascoe of New Zealand, continues to deliver. With 18 Paralympic medals, 10 of them gold, Pascoe is not done just yet at the Tokyo Games. A trough of low pressure with associated cloud and showers will affect the Fiji group until Saturday. That's FBC News Now. Join us again for our 1-hour major bulletin at 7 p.m. Be sure to download the FBC app to access the latest in news, sports, and live radio broadcasts from any of our 6 FBC radio stations. Stay safe and good afternoon.